Welcome back to the latest installment of E-commerce Agency Wisdom, where I talk with agencies and tech people from our industry, tech platform people from our industry, and we talk about things they wish they knew earlier, which would have made their job easier. So today we're going to be talking with Joe Fox from Growave. A lot of people in the industry know him, and what the topic is E-commerce Agency Wisdom, what I wish I knew about working with agencies. So, Joe, maybe a bit of an intro, bit of your background, and maybe share some of your insight that you wish you'd known earlier.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for having me on, Rach. I'm obviously very, very grateful for our friendship, our partnership, and to be a part of the community. And I hope today I can add some value. I think there's a couple of things that I'd really like to touch on, and I'll kind of touch on my journey sort of along the way that I hope is very relevant to the audience. But I actually came originally from an agency background before I moved into partnerships and tech. So had an agency with a business partner. That's how I know Brendan and the ANZ gang from Brisbane. And we started our agencies around the same time. Scaled it up. We were doing about 3.25 million a year at our peak. We had at one point we had 14 staff, but our sweet spots sort of typically sat around the 8 mark. We did a lot of work with more traditional businesses, so not a huge focus on e-com, even though we did do a bit of e-com, but we worked with, a lot of government departments and brands like Alibaba and Alipay and AliCloud and that sort of thing with their progression into the Australian market. But I think some of the things that I kind of wish I had have learnt a little bit earlier when I did transition into partnerships and particularly agency partnerships. And it would have been it's things that I honestly feel like I should have known having been an agency owner prior. But I think a lot of what agency, partner managers do when they first get into the role is that they really get this. Sometimes the pressure comes from above or leadership, but I think setting expectations with leadership around what a partnership actually looks like. I've been in a position where I built out partnerships kind of programs in 3 different situations and 3 different roles. And in all of those, I feel like I manage those expectations better and better. But what I would suggest now is it's almost managing up. You have to, really explain to the C-suite in a very articulated and detailed, easy to understand way that partnerships is not an immediate revenue channel and it shouldn't be treated as such. Rachel, you know this better than anyone, and being a part of the network is so crucial and so important, and you do such a good job of bringing everyone together. But it's about building genuine relationships that are mutually beneficial and beneficial for the end user, which is the customer. If you're in a partner program now and you're feeling the pinch from above and they're saying, where's the revenue? Where's the revenue? All of those sorts of things. I think as an agency partner, it's our responsibility to manage not just the relationship with the agency partners or the tech partners, but also with the C-suite in a way that's making them understand that it is a long-term channel. And if you are not seeing results, there's likely a reason for that. You may not be understanding the agency enough and how they make money. You may not be aligned with their customers enough. They may not even be in your ICP. But I think managing up is something that I wish I had have kind of learned earlier.
And when it's in managing up, what does that mean in practical terms for you and your role now that you're heading up? Because you're now head of Americas, the head of partnerships, or GM for America?
Yeah. So yeah, pretty much president
of the universe.
I've got to get my little Trump hat, but no, it mainly what my day-to-day looks like is revenue growth and brand awareness, and partnerships falls under that. I have 2 partnerships people on my team who you've met, Dastan and Idai. They're fantastic. But the way that I'm coaching and encouraging them is don't go into meetings and be like, where are these leads? What brands are you working with? Can we account map? If you're going and meeting an agency for the first time, take the time, value their time, number one, take the time to actually understand what it is they do, make sure that there is some level of alignment and add some sort of value. Like, I often open these conversations now because a lot of these agency owners have become good friends over the years, and a large part in thanks to you as well, Rachel. But understand what's the pain points that they're facing. Like, classic example is what we're currently seeing, that's very relevant at the moment with everything with Yotpo. It's like my conversations are going to be around, how is this impacting your business? Is this impacting your merchants? Is there some sort of way that we can help? Can we help promote your content so that you can get more opportunities to help these merchants? Like, help, give. Don't just expect that this is going to be something that's going to pay off in the immediate term, and don't look at it as something that's going to be like a recurring revenue channel forever. It will become that if you treat it properly, but you can't go in there with that approach. And that's the way I'm really trying to teach both IDI and Dastan from a partnerships management perspective. Your job is to build relationships, build rapport, and help, and everything else will come afterwards.